Hey everyone, I'm Stephen the Kid. Today we are going to be learning a David Bowie song. I love David Bowie songs. I especially love learning them. Um, you always learn a new chord, uh, usually more than one, if you stick it out. It can be a little daunting at first, especially if you're a new guitarist. Um, but it's worth it in the end because you end up adding to your repertoire of chords, and that's always a good thing. You can never know too many chords if you're a rhythm guitarist. It would probably even help your songwriting. Not to mention, we get to listen to and kind of dissect some really good lyrics. I love David Bowie's style, very poetic. So let's get into it. If you'd like to learn with me, just go ahead and grab a guitar. If not, sit back and just enjoy me trying to figure this out. I took a look at it earlier. I already like what I'm seeing. Lots of minor chords, which is always a bonus because you get that really sad sound, kind of that somber, melancholy sound. I really dig. So before we jump right into it, let's give it a short listen. We're not going to listen to the whole song, but if you've never heard it, this will kind of give you an idea of how it sounds. And I suggest checking it out and listening to the whole thing. Really good song. That whole album, to be honest, is really good. I think it's on the Hunky Dory album. If not, it might be on his self-titled album. No, sorry, correct that. Definitely not on the self-titled album. That would be more likely the Space Oddity album. So let's go ahead and listen to it. Alexa, play Occasional Dream by David Bowie. Alexa, turn the volume up by 3. Alexa, play An Occasional Dream by David Bowie at volume 7.
Here's An Occasional Dream 1999 digital remaster by David Bowie on Amazon Music.
Alexa, turn the volume up by 2. There we go. I really like this intro. Listen to these lyrics. Beautiful. Alexa, go ahead and stop. So
that was the last song. Starting over.
No, Alexa, you really don't have to. Alexa, stop. So that's what it sounds like. Again, I really dig that sound. That intro is actually easier than it sounds too. So we're going to start off with an A7 chord, and that's going to look like this. I want to make sure you can see it. So an A7 chord is a lot like your A major, but you're going to be removing the middle finger. And an A major chord is these 3 strings right here in the 2nd fret. If you don't know what a fret is, we can do another video here soon. I'll release kind of like a basics and a vocabulary for guitar. So you're going to place your 3 fingers, probably the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger, right here, 2nd fret. You're going to skip the 1st string and just stack them right there. 1, 2, 3. 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. And that's an A major. So for the A7, we're going to remove the finger. You hear that difference? It's a little different. Kind of a different sound there. So we're going to be finger picking. It's finger picking good. I believe we start here on the 2 strings that we are actually pressing down on. And we're going to do that little motion there, kind of a up, down, and then we're going to end up walking this. So we're going to want to use our first 2 fingers so we can start throwing the other ones out there. So that's going to sound like this. Make sure you actually now that muffled sound actually happens when you're pressing your finger into one string but accidentally touching the other one. So you might get a clear sound from the one you're touching, but the one you're intentionally pressing, but the one you might be accidentally touching, you're probably accidentally muting. So just work on curling your fingers and building that muscle memory until you get comfortable with it. So let's try that again. Not bad, huh? And then from A7, we're going to do that a couple times, and then from A7 we're going to go into a B minor chord. Now a B minor chord is going to be a bar chord. That means we're going to be pressing all the strings down with our index finger, and then we're going to be making essentially the shape of an E major, which is played over here. This shape here, involving just these 3 fingers, your second finger on the 3rd string, and your 3rd and 4th finger on the 4th and 5th string, which sounds like this. This is E major. You're going to take that shape. You can move that shape anywhere. You can move it to the right. You can add that finger for the barring, and you'll actually get an F chord. Now, if we want to, say, take these fingers and drop them all down 1 string, just maintain that shape, bring it all down, you have what I believe is a B minor. Actually, I'm mistaken. A B minor is played on the 2nd fret. So we're going to be barring that 2nd fret, making that E major shape, and we'll get that B minor. So from B minor, we're going to go into E minor. E minor is that shape we just learned, but we're going to be taking this finger off. And then we're going to go back to A. But this is going to be an A major instead of an A7, which means we're bringing that middle finger back. Now all together, that sounds like this, starting with A7. B minor, E minor, and then A major. And that would be the intro.